they'll both come walking through the room in a moment with sweatshirts and blankets wrapped around them and all that kind of cool stuff. So I'll share something good with you. Lacey's 19th birthday is Sunday. And for those of you who have been a part of my life for the last 5 years, Lacey having her 19th birthday on Sunday is a big deal. That is something great.
Mm.
Yes. Okay, you guys ready to get started?
Oh, look at that.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to get back into the Rainmaker. It's going to be a little bit repetitive today, guys, because what I'm going to do is, yesterday we talked about the 12-step process that we need to go through in order to go on appointments and to get the most out of those appointments. Now we're going to dive just a little bit deeper into the first couple steps on this list. And some of this we already covered yesterday, but like Zig Ziglar says, repetition is the mother of learning. So if you're thinking, John, you know, you covered this yesterday. I did. You're right. We're going to do it again today. All right, so as your calendar begins to fill with 3 to 4 appointments every day, you will schedule appointments an average of 1 to 2 days in advance. As a matter of fact, this should be part of your normal script. So what do I mean by that? When a seller says that they are busy, your response should be, I understand, and I always schedule appointments 2 or 3 days in advance because I am busy as well, selling lots of homes. What's the message?
That you're busy, that you've got business, that you're a successful realtor.
Yeah, and if you want to hire a real estate agent, Michael, do you want to hire someone who's busy or someone who says, oh, my calendar is always open?
The one that says his calendar's always open, of course.
Yeah. If you walked into the, and I always mess this one up, guys. Thank you, Michael. I always mess this one up. If you walk into the beauty salon, is that the right word for that? I'm gonna see a stylist and get my hair cut. Obviously, hold on a second. That's not an issue with me, right? So somebody tell me so that I don't mess this up anymore. Is it a beauty salon?
That's fine.
Okay.
Salon, stylist, whatever.
Thank you. I think I'm dating myself when I say beauty salon, right? Yeah. Somebody say, yeah, John, you're old. So if you walked into the stylist and you said, yeah, you know, I want to get my hair cut. And they said, oh, yeah, you know, Becky's always available. She can see you right now. Do you want to see Becky? No. I want the person that I have to wait 2 months for. Well, I don't, because it really doesn't matter. But you do. All right, same thing with real estate, guys. All right, let's drop down to if you get voicemail, always leave a message. One of the most common questions I get is, what if I get voicemail? Cool, leave a message. And today, send a text message. So leave a voicemail and send a text message. Short, simple, to the point. Michael Topo and I had a conversation yesterday on a text message. And my response to Michael was, Michael, make it short and direct and call to action. And simply, this is John Dietz. I noticed you're selling your home by owner. Just curious if I had a full price offer on your home today, what would you do? That's it. If I had a full price offer on your home today, what would you do? And then leave your phone number. That's it. All right. By the way, you don't leave a voicemail expecting them to call back because they're probably not going to call back. You leave a voicemail because you're creating brand recognition. It's so that they recognize you and think about you when they think about real estate. You're going to call them again. And you might leave 3 or 4 voicemails before they finally pick up the phone and they're going to go, oh my gosh, I've got so many messages from you. I'm sorry that I haven't called you back. And your response when you hear that is, no worries. I leave a voicemail just so you know who I am. It's my job to call you. That's it. All right, if you get stood up, cool. Now, I would use this to my advantage on my follow-up call. Simply say, wow, I apologize for getting the time for our appointment wrong. Did you get it wrong? No. But what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't say lying, guys. That's not the answer. What are you doing when you say, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry that I missed our appointment, Nadine. I must have gotten the time wrong.
You're taking the pressure off the other person.
Yes. Yes. 100%. You're taking the pressure off the other person. Exactly. Would you please forgive me and reschedule our appointment? This works, guys. Matter of fact, you got a better chance of getting the listing now than you did before, because you've almost created a sense of obligation. You guys follow that?
Them out.
Say that again, Nadine.
You've guilted them out, something my people do very well.
Yeah. 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 All right. You haven't even met with the seller one time yet, and you have already demonstrated that they can trust you and that you care about them. All right. So let's drop down to some script here. Good morning, blank. This is blank with blank, and I am calling to confirm our appointment at blank. Do not say, this is blank, and I'm checking to see if we are still meeting today at 4 o'clock. You're going to get no. You've just given them the opportunity to say no. Little things make a difference, guys. Really do. I am looking forward to meeting with you and previewing your beautiful home. You don't know if it's beautiful yet, guys, by the way, and they love their home. Whether it's beautiful or not, it's their castle. Don't call and ask if the appointment is still on. I already covered that. All right, let's move down to arriving on time is another way that we demonstrate that we are a professional and that we care about them and that they can trust us. What is the message if you go to your doctor for a 3 p.m. appointment and the doctor leaves you sitting in the waiting room until 3:30? What's the message?
They don't care.
Don't care. What else?
Their time's more valuable than yours.
100%. And I don't know about you guys, but that annoys the heck out of me. I actually had a doctor fire me. Has anybody ever been fired by a doctor? Because I have. Anybody want to know why?
Yes.
There you go. I was gonna tell you anyways. Because if I went to the doctor and my appointment was for 3 and I'm still sitting in the waiting room at 3:15, I would walk up to the receptionist and I would say, please tell the doctor that we had an appointment for 3, that I will call back and schedule another appointment with her. She's obviously too busy to meet with me. And I'd leave. And I did that every time she left me sitting in the waiting room. And then I got a letter in the mail saying, you're fired. Go find another doctor. True story. All right, make a great first impression. This is your Kodak moment. Dress for success. Yes, I know we talked about this yesterday. From head to toe, and make sure to pay attention to detail. I'm gonna go through fast what we talked about yesterday. All right, as your preview comes to a close, you should end up, now I'm gonna read this to you because I want you to see in print what's written and understand why it's written this way. As your preview comes to a close, you should end up at the front door. Before you leave, remember that you work like a farmer. Remember that from yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
And think like a hunter, and that the purpose of this appointment is to create a foundation to follow up from, and that you're looking for opportunity. Before you leave, end your appointment with the following script. Blank. Thank you again for the opportunity to see your beautiful home. I enjoyed our visit and I'm confident that you will sell your home. Embedded command. Before I leave, is it okay if I ask a couple questions? Great. In my experience, most for sell by owners have a game plan for how long they are going to sell their home by owner before they hire a professional like me. You guys see why I'm doing this? Hire a professional like me. Embedded command, and I'm pointing at myself. Hire a professional like me. Is it okay if I ask what your game plan is? Yes. Most for sale by owners are going to respond with a realistic time frame. And if you have discovered their motivation, you will know if they are telling you the truth or just brushing you off. I am going to ignore all of the responses other than the real answers. In other words, if a seller tells me they are going to give it another 30 days on their own, my response is, that's great. And just in case your home doesn't sell in the next 30 days, I would love to come back and share with you what I could do in order to sell your home for the most money in the shortest period of time, in order to help you move to Atlanta by August to start your new job. Okay. Now, transition to the next question. Can I ask one more question? Great. Again, in my experience, most for sale by owners are selling their home by owner in order to save on the fee. Is that the reason you are selling your home by owner? Seller is going to most likely say yes, and your response should be, of course, that makes sense. Otherwise, you would ... hire a professional like me. Just out of curiosity, if I could show you how I could sell your home for more money in less time, would you be interested in seeing how I could do that? Now, I don't want to list my home. Your response to, oh, of course, I understand, and I'm not looking to list your home. I'm just curious if you would like to see how I could sell your home for more money in less time. Yeah, I'm curious. Cool. Now you have another appointment. That's the purpose of that question, just to get another appointment. Just out of curiosity, I think I said that. Okay, blank, 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 where am I? Okay, there we are. All right, now remember that you are working like a farmer and thinking like a hunter. If the seller responds with anything other than yes, back up, not literally, and beg for forgiveness for being too aggressive. All right, let's talk about that. So Nadine says, John, I told you I didn't want to list my home. My response is, oh, Nadine, I'm so sorry. And I apologize for being too aggressive. However, if you were to list your home with a professional like me, you would want to hire an aggressive agent, wouldn't you? Now you've just took a negative and made it a positive. You just took, they're annoyed with you for being too aggressive and made that a positive. Please forgive me if I'm being too aggressive. However, if you were to hire a realtor to sell your home, you would want to hire an aggressive agent like me, wouldn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I want to hire somebody that's not aggressive. Yeah, you're not going to get that. I want to hire somebody that just puts a sign in my yard and then goes sits on the beach. All right. Let them know that you are really good at follow-up and that you will stay in touch. So Nadine, I apologize for being too aggressive. However, if you were to hire a real estate agent, you would want to hire an aggressive agent like me, wouldn't you? Now, before I leave, I just want to let you know that I'm really good at follow-up. I am super persistent, which means I'm going to stay in touch. However, I'm not pushy. I'm calling you in order to help provide value, be there for you when you need me. And if there's anything you need, I'm just a phone call away. All right, I'm going to stop. Monday, we're going to pick up at follow-up and talk to me.
So, John,
Yes.
so the follow-up on, because I used to always hesitate with that question, would you want me to show you how you can net more money by working with a professional? And that's actually become my favorite appointment now. And it was learning to do 3 separate net sheets based on the price they want and using local statistics. And once I feel like I've mastered that 3 net sheet conversation. And once I mastered that, it just made life so much easier because I didn't believe I could show them that before either. So once you know that you can show them what your stats are, what the local stats are, and what for sale by owners that earn 8 to 12% lower by selling it on their own, it catches them off guard every time because they think it's just a line. And when you show it to them, they're like, oh, wow, I really didn't realize I could earn more money by working with a professional.
Yep.
So yeah, those of you that don't know that script, it's a good one to learn, and it's math that you should know.
I agree. And what you're doing is you're helping them self-discover that it's in their best interest to hire a professional like you versus telling them. Yeah.
Nadine, are you doing that on the list appointment or on that preview?
It's on when I go back. I'm not going to do that, but I will have it ready with me in my car, not on me, because I don't want to just whip that out. I will say, I did the numbers. If it's once they've said, oh, I would like to see that. Can you show it to me now? I do it ahead of time because I don't like doing math on the fly. I want it figured out. So I always do it whenever I'm going out on any appointment, whether it's a preview, I have it ready, but I don't bring it in unless they ask me for it.
Cool. And to Eddie, yeah, it's legal to text. What's not legal, guys, is to drop 5,000 people into a group text and send that out every day, and call FREC, the legal hotline, if you want the correct answer to that. Cindy's still on the line, president of the board of realtors. She can answer that question. Cindy, what's your opinion on this? Is it legal to text?
It is currently, the spamming is, like you said, I think over time, some of the relational, but if you're talking about people who have something for sale or expired, there's a little grace in that. But like you said, if you use an automated system where you don't, and you're just basically, using a numbers game, there have been lawsuits that have penalized people for that.
Okay. Thank you. There you go. All right, guys, give me a couple of ahas. What'd you hear? What are you going to change? What's going to be different? One of the things I heard, I'm the one talking. And one of the things I heard is, please forgive me if I'm being too aggressive. However, if you were to hire a real estate agent like me, you would want to hire an aggressive agent, wouldn't you? If you're not already using that, start using it today.
So, John, I feel like I'm talking too much, but another line.
You're good. You're good.
So another line I've used similar to that is, forgive me, I don't mean to be a pushy salesperson, and I know you're not a salesperson, and that's probably why you would want to hire a salesperson like me.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yes, Angel.
Where is the script that Nadine was talking about for the numbers, and how do you know? Because I'm uncomfortable with that too. Like showing someone you can bring them more money, especially when they're asking, over what you would probably suggest to list it for. I struggle with that. So where is that script, and how do you know the numbers you can show?
The one I got, I think was, I don't know if it's actually in the bold scripts or if I just wrote it down during one of Amber's bolds, but I'll be happy to write it out and even do an example for you for Monday's call if you want, or get it to you.
I would love that.
Yeah. If you send it to me, I will forward it to everybody.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Cool.
I have one other question, John. Is that okay?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So a friend and I were talking yesterday, and you came up in conversation because you tell us you don't give up, and like even if they have a mother who's a realtor or they're a realtor, you don't stop, right? And that is in my head, and I just run right. Oh, that's awesome, and I keep talking. But we were talking about someone with a buyer's agreement signed. And I said, I thought I had heard you stop. It's over. It's like a signed listing agreement. Is that correct?
That is correct. They're being represented. I'm not calling them anymore.
Okay. Just making sure a buyer's agreement was the same like a listing agreement.
Oh, 100% it is. It is. It is a listing agreement. It's a listing for a buyer.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. So a couple questions you can ask to get that appointment or have that opportunity to go over market stats that Nadine was sharing. One of the questions I would ask a for sale by owner is, do you know how many homes are for sale like yours in the immediate area? Do you know how many homes are for sale between $450,000 and $500,000 like yours? If I could show you how many homes are for sale between $450,000 and $500,000 and how many are selling every 30 days, would you be interested in seeing that information? Do you know what the current supply and demand is for your property? If I could show you that, would you be interested in seeing that? Do you know what the average number of days on market is for a home like yours? Do you know what the average list price to sell price ratio is? If your home doesn't appraise, just out of curiosity, what would you do? Curiosity questions, guys. That's all they are. Curiosity questions in order to spark interest, in order to create the next appointment. That's all it is. All right. It is 9 a.m. Time to get on the phone. Happy Friday. I look forward to seeing all of you Monday morning at 8:30. By the way, I sent the video in an email about a half hour ago. You all have yesterday's video. There's like 700 people on my email list. Now I'm bringing that to your attention because if you're watching these videos, that means you're going to my YouTube page. And if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube page, please do. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers and you guys can help me get there. All right, that's it for today. Make it a great day. Smile and dial. Don't hear no. My brain doesn't register no. I don't understand what that means. What does no mean? Reject, rejection. Next call.
Means keep trying. It means keep
Just
trying.
pick up the phone and make another call. That's all. Hang up, cool, dial. Hang up, cool, dial. Hang up on me, cool, dial. Make the next call. Everybody make it a great day.
Thank you, John.
My pleasure.
Yeah.